baby. I did it like it's my big day. Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey to YouTube boo, you are more than welcome to join the crew. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow me over on Instagram. As you can tell by the title, we are doing a glueless install today. Before we continue the video, please know that this was not the final install. This was a couple days later. I had slapped on the wig, didn't lay my baby hairs or nothing, so she was looking a little crazy and not as snatched as before, but just wait on it. This is not really a tutorial because this is my first time doing this like ever. I know where I have room for improvement, but overall I think I did a pretty good job, at least a good enough job to go ahead and upload this video and share it with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video or want to see more like it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It helps me a ton and I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Let's get into it. So I'm starting off showing you guys everything that I had got. All of this came in one packet, one order from Amazon. It came with everything that I needed, from the wig head to T-pins and the elastic, and I'm just showing you guys the wig that I'm working with. I'll get into details later. I got a little tea about that because girl, I don't necessarily recommend this. I don't necessarily recommend it, but I'm just going ahead and taking some paper towel and pinning this to my wig head. I saw this in quite a few videos. I think that this was a tip that Arrogant Tay had gave in whatever course or class that he had did, and as you can see, I had already cut off my excess lace, so I did have to lightly and carefully pin down the front of the wig, but I did it to where there were no holes or anything afterwards, so it was cool. But I am lightly, and I do mean lightly, pressing back those edges. The reason why I didn't wet it instead is because I've heard that when the hair is wet, it is easier to pull out, and I didn't want to have that trouble, and I also didn't want to over pluck or risk over plucking, and I also just didn't want that mess. So I did lightly, and I do mean lightly, press back those edges. Now this wig did supposedly come pre-plucked, and I guess you can kind of see that a little bit, but it's not giving what needs to be gave in terms of natural hairlines to me. So I did go ahead and decide to pluck it, and I'm just literally working in fourths. I watched so many different videos just to get an idea of what to do, but when I tell you I got in front of this camera and all that stuff went out the window, I mean, baby girl, I did not follow any of the rules. I did not move slice by slice and section, small section by small section. I just plucked. And this was a very beginner thing of me to do, and it was also, you know, this is the lazy beginner thing to do, but I feel like it ended up working, and without me having to do the most, which I am not mad at all. So yeah, I'm just show you guys the difference between the plucked side and the unplucked, and you know, it's giving something. You know, it's giving something. Okay, give myself a pat on the back. But let's get into these wig details. So I did order this from Amazon. It came supposedly pre-plucked. This is a 13x6 Swiss lace wig, and it is Swiss lace, but 13x6, and I'll show you guys why. As you can see, you might be able to tell. First off, this is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, it's looking good to me. But I am gonna go ahead and go back in and re-bleach the knots because I noticed that they didn't get light enough the first time before plucking. But you see how the tracks start 2 seconds after the hairline? I got a problem with that. And you can see it even better here. This is why I was only able to pluck so far back. Like, I wasn't able to pluck further back along the sides the way I was in the middle, and I didn't like that. Like, I felt like they kind of cheated. They're kind of cheating us a little bit with this 13x6, like, because down the sides, again, the tracks are 2 seconds away from the hairline. It ain't supposed to be like that with no 13x6 wig. But you know, at this point it was too late to return. You know, I had bleached the knots, I had cut the lace, you know. But as you can see, it's looking a lot better after rebleaching those knots, and she looking a little crazy, but I'm showing you guys my wig braids. At this point it had already been a week, so they are growing a little bit, and I also was not the neatest braiding it, so don't try to clock me in the comments. But the whole point of glueless installs for me is so that I can be able to, one, not touch my hair or put heat on it, and two, be able to still nourish it. So that is why I didn't go with the ball cap method, and I kept this clip in here. But let me just go ahead and tell you that I ended up taking that cap off because it was just looking crazy. It was not doing what it needed to do. Okay, and I was not about to do the ball cap method and take these layers of glue or got to be and drying it. I was not about to do all that. You see my face? It was looking crazy. Okay, it was looking crazy. But at this point I'm figuring out how much elastic I need, and this is the key to making it a glueless install. It is the elastic. Now I do prefer the elastics that have a clamp on it, but since this had came with the wig, I just went ahead and used it and just, you know, sewed it, you know, tight enough but not unbearably tight, you know, just comfortably in a comfortable position so that it could be flat and stay secure on my head but not be squeezing the life out of me. And yeah, that wig it had to go. I felt like this looked so much better and so much more natural and realistic without that cap on. So I'm showing you guys, you can't even see my braids under here, like no lie. But I'm simply just taking a little Got2b glue so that I can wet that Swiss lace, and I'm just flattening it. And you see that? This is why I like Swiss lace. Like, it gives skin. Like, all you gotta do is spray something wet on it and it gives skin. But I just laid that down and brushed out the hairs to make sure it didn't get hard from the Got2b. And then I'm just gonna take the elastic band and wrap it around my edges. And if you got it this far, baby, what are you doing? Have you not subscribed yet? What is going on, girl? Click that subscribe button. Go ahead and support me, you know. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, I'm just lightly plucking the center. I'm not doing nothing too crazy because, let's be honest, we don't need it to look like Moses parted the Red Sea in our parting. And at this point I'm just doing some light cuts. I think you guys call this the wolf cut, or you know, whatever that TikTok trend is, but I'm not doing that in exact. Again, I was moving with no rhyme or reason. I was just kind of doing what I felt looked good or was going to look good, which is why this is not a tutorial, because I'm not telling you to do this. I ain't telling you to do this. I ain't trying to teach you how to do it. So at this point I'm gonna just go ahead and style the hair, and I'm gonna be quiet now. Y'all enjoy the music and I'll be back shortly. I might know what I'm doing up in here. Joy will be so proud, Quenisha. Look at that that melted lace. I have to call Joya.
Let me get the baby hairs together.
Yo, I am impressed. Okay, girl, we're getting somewhere.
All you wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get.
At this point, I'm just gonna do my thing with the baby hairs. Let me just say that I know everyone does baby hairs differently. My style might not be your style, but again, this is not a tutorial. This is just me doing this for the first time. But I decided to style the baby hairs the way I used to style my baby hairs, or usually do style my baby hairs when I wear it curly or any type of curl. So that's what I went with.
Oh, I got 5, you know, so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Hey, up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Oh, hey, hey, baby, when we gon' slide, 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 slide. I don't care if we on a run, nothing matters when we one-on-one. Looking at us cause we going dumb. We on the same wave, you the same way. You know I'll be down if it's with you. Where we going, baby, what's the move? We should take a trip up to the moon. Get a room, doing our thing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black. Seats creme brulee, what they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Oh, I got 5, you know, so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Hey, up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide.
Y'all, do you see this? What? Now, mind you, because I am so detail oriented and so nitpicky, I'm like, on my end, I'm like, okay, I see where I can do better next time. But for my first time, guys, for my first time doing this, like, I have to give myself a pat on the back, like, because she did it like it's her big day, baby. I did it like it's my big day. What the heck? I feel like this looks so good. I am super satisfied. Like, oh my gosh, I called my cousin. I'm like, y'all, look what I just did. Okay, they would be so proud. I had a lot of things working against me, and I think with all that, I still made it do what it did. This is the finished product though, guys, of me installing my very first glueless lace wig. Let me know how you think I did in the comments down below. I'm also open to suggestions or kind critiques, keyword kind, but regardless, I think this came out pretty good, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.